What's going on, guys? BriarRabbit here. There have been a few rumors circulating around, mainly out of the NeoGAF forums, that the Xbox One version of Call of Duty Ghosts will only run at 720p. This compares to the PlayStation 4 version, which has been confirmed to run at 1080p. This is pretty big news. It is still a rumor, but it's a rumor that's backed up by other reports that other games on the Xbox One can't quite attain 1080p as well. Things like Rise, Son of Rome, and Killer Instinct, which are reported to run at 720p and 900p. So this is concerning to me right off the bat. What I'd like to see out of the Xbox One is to be able to run games like Call of Duty Ghosts, no problem. This is a game that is running on the PlayStation 4 at 1080p without an issue, and it's a game that can even run on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. So the fact that the Xbox One may be having an issue running this game at 1080p is concerning. What I'd like to see out of these new consoles is the power to tide us over for the next 5 years, right? If you compare current generation consoles, like the Xbox 360 or the PS3, if you look at this game, Black Ops 2, and compare it to games that are running natively on great video cards on the PC and, newer PCs, what you see is a huge disparity. You see a resolution difference, you see just a graphic quality difference, a lot of particle effects, lighting effects are just missing when you play them on the Xbox 360 or the PS3. What I'm hoping for is on the Xbox One and on the PS4, we catch up to where the PC is now, and hopefully can hang with them for a few years. I don't expect that a console built in 2013 will be, able to hang with a PC that's built in, 2018. But I'd like to see those games at least kind of take that step forward along with the PC games. And the Xbox One, that's making me nervous. If it can't even run current games at 1080p, I don't have a whole lot of hope for the future of the console. So let me know what you think about this. Does it really matter? Is this just programming heartaches for the Call of Duty team on the Xbox One? Or is this just a sign of an Xbox One that's not nearly as powerful as it needs to be? Next up, we have much lighter news about the development of the PS4 controller. So GamesBeat has an article where they interviewed the developer of the DualShock 4, and they had some pretty interesting insights. I'll put a link down in the description of this video if you'd like to check out the article yourself. But a couple of the bullet points that I found really interesting were that at one point they were actually thinking about aping the Xbox 360 thumbstick configuration, which I found very interesting. Now, I never really dug on the PS3's thumbsticks because they were too close together, and if both of my thumbs went toward each other, they would actually hit each other. Where the Xbox 360, with their offset configuration, that wasn't an issue. Other than that, I never really had a problem with it, and the PS4 fixes that issue for me because the thumbsticks are just wider apart. They also talked about maybe putting a screen on the PS4 controller itself. So a lot of people actually thought that that was going to be a touch screen in the middle of the PS4 controller, and then at Sony's announcement, they said, no, it's just a touchpad. I think that would have been interesting to have a screen on the controller. It definitely would have raised the price of each controller up. But Sony said that they decided not to do it just because there's really no point to it. They wanted your attention focused on the TV screen in front of you, not at the little tiny controller screen kind of below your chin. So again, I thought that article was pretty interesting. Again, the link is down in the description. I always like to see what is going on in kind of creative people's minds. It's just interesting to me, and if it's interesting to you, check out that link. So every morning after I wake up, I go downstairs, I grab a cup of coffee, I say hello to everybody, I sit down at the computer, and I start kind of reading the news. And some of the news that I read, obviously, is gaming news because I'm very interested in it. And one of the articles I saw this morning was on theexaminer.com. They have a little gaming section, and sometimes they have actually really fast-breaking stories. But today they had an article that says, Xbox One, all the facts you need to know. And in that article, I'll put a link down in the description too, but in that article they have this little blurb that says, prior to reading this article, we must first ask you to forget everything you believe you know about the Xbox One. Enter with an open and pure mind as you receive the following truths about the Xbox One. And I thought that was kind of funny that somebody would feel the need to put something like that in a what hopefully is a fact-based article. Now, honestly, this article is pretty fluffy. You know, it's basically just regurgitating news that you've you've heard for the last 3 months, and a lot of it is just kind of about the reversals of position that happened after E3 with the Xbox One's DRM and so forth. But what I found interesting was that need to put that kind of language into an article that is basically just, you know, it's a factual article, if it is a bit fluffy. But I guess that's just the world we live in now, you know, where people just get so upset if you insult the brand that they love, or even support the brand that competes with the brand that they love or that they have bought into. It's just a funny world right now. You know, I guess advertising does work after all, but that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button, and if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.